right, guys, this is Crazy Kev here, and I'm here with Corey Stewart. Corey, how we doing, my man?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing good, Corey. I can't complain. And Corey, man, you just had a fight not too long ago, and you just had another big win. I mean, talk to us a little bit more about that performance and what's maybe next for you, my man.
So I fought. It's crazy. I literally just fought DJ Rami. He was on your show, I think, like a month or so ago, and it was a kickboxing fight. I wanted it to be MMA just to test out his grappling, but it didn't fall through that way, so we did kickboxing. So I knew going in, was gonna pressure me from start to end on his part, but we worked a game plan. Movement, distance management. Since we're both the same height, I mean, I'm so used to like fighting guys like 5'11" over that. So this seemed finally fighting somebody my height. I know I could play the distance management game at least the first two rounds, and I won those two rounds. And I probably could have just relaxed that last round. You know, just I guess what's the word? Just let it be. But I kind of, I wanted to fight that last round. So that's when I put up the heat on him. And Rami, he's tough. I mean, he's probably don't get as much credit for that, but he's like real tough. I mean, I hit him with shots that probably would have knocked down a wall. But cat hats off to the dude. I mean, Rami, we're both good friends. Even going into that fight, I mean, we're good friends. I'm happy he agreed to the fight. And it's another learning experience. And especially in this game, you're gonna have to, fight guys you probably cordial with, train with before. But I'm happy Rami agreed to the fight, and it was uh, it was a good fight that Saturday night.
Yeah, no, definitely was, man. And when it comes to your next bout, I mean, are you looking to try to make it just pure MMA on this one to kind of test out your grappling a little bit more, like you mentioned?
So I made a post on Instagram Sunday morning. I'm officially done with MMA. I'm transitioning to more kickboxing and just Muay Thai. I think that's more of my calling at this point. I had my fun with MMA for the time period that I did, but I don't know. It's I feel like more and more I lean more towards a pro kickboxing and Muay Thai career. I think that's going to take me further than probably MMA, but we're going to see more and more down the road.
Fair enough. That makes sense, man. And when it comes to MMA, I mean, how come you want to take a break from it? Is there any reason behind it, or are you just like striking a little bit more?
There's no particular reason for it. Um, MMA, I mean MMA. I went 6-9. Uh, Not the best record, but I mean I did win a belt in that time period. Uh, so I had all the fun I had, but with kickboxing, I've been undefeated so far, 4-0. I mean, I'm looking to end probably like two more fights before the end of the year before I take a pro kickboxing fight. Um, I don't see my time window in this sport for too long. I'm about to be 28 soon, so I want to get in, put as much time and the best effort as I can within the next 5 years. See where I go from there, and then, get out.
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds awesome, man. That definitely makes sense. And when it comes to your kickboxing career, you mentioned you only have like maybe like 5 more years left, and then you might hang it up. When you're all said and done with kickboxing, I mean, what do you maybe plan to do? After you're all done fighting.
I just had a son this year in March, so I'm gonna give my time and efforts to him. Probably train him in the fisticuffs. Who knows? He might be the next big thing. It's up to him. I'm not gonna force him, into it. But at the same time, maybe start training other fighters. But I just want to spend those remaining years, just with my wife and kids, wife and kid. So we shall see once that time period comes.
Yeah, no, fair enough. That definitely makes sense, my man. And when it comes to fighting in general, I mean, how did you kind of get into fighting? And talk to us a little bit more about your first day on the mats.
So my first real grasp into fighting when I was 7 years old. I was training at a gym called Credit City Boxing um, under former kickboxing world champion, Coach Stephen Hemphill. You know, and he's been in my corner since then. I mean, then I got into wrestling when I was 8 years old. Did wrestling from then to high school. And I did it for a semester in college. I went to the University of Ohio State, but things then wasn't looking how I wanted to be. I just couldn't balance a personal life, social life, school, training, working. It was all too much at that point in time. And once I got out of college, I went into the army for about 3 years. And once I got out the army, uh, I was roaming around. Then I found Ronin martial arts out here in New Orleans, and I've been with this gym for almost going on 4 years now. So, Coach Larry, he gave me a fight. Me being there 3 months in, and it's been magic since then. So here we are now. So, like I said, it's sad to come, leave the whole MMA thing behind, but just at the same time, it's a decision I don't regret at all.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. That's definitely pretty cool. And when you're first getting started with fighting, I mean, almost every fighter that is like amateur pro has like a Tapology page. I mean, how does that kind of work? Do you have to like send in like a profile picture of yourself, like update about the fights? How does that kind of work with the behind the scenes with that?
Larry, he set that up for me. I kind of took over. I think one was like five ten, and I think the promoters send in the wins from the fights and all that. I mean, I'm still actually kind of curious how it works, but as far as I know, I mean, Larry, he kind of got that ball rolling for me, but
Fair enough. No, that's definitely pretty cool, man. And when you're all done fighting and like you're talking to your opponent, like kind of like I guess talking about the fight. I mean, what's maybe one of your favorite conversations that you might have had with one of your opponents?
um, I remember this conversation good as day. I defended my title against Justin Rogue uh, from Head Kicks in Lafayette, and is that well Justin, cool guy. I mean, I still talk to Justin still to this day. I mean, he's a real like true martial artist. I mean, you don't find most of these guys. They're just jock athletes, but Justin Rose, he's like as as an artist as it comes. But we talked, but he said, I mean, he was more scared going in because my physique. I mean, I look pretty big for the weight class, but I mean, really, I'm not. I'm not really big for 145. Like, I guess the shoulders, the arms, kind of says otherwise. But I mean, I really walk around like 160 for this weight class. I mean, but I mean, I was telling her I was more scared of him because Justin Rose. I've seen one of his fights before he ever got into mixed martial arts, and man, he's a savage. But I mean, it's crazy. One guy's thinking one thing, and the other guy, is thinking the other, and that's I guess it all depends on who's going to execute more while you're in there when the time comes.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. That definitely makes sense, man. And when it comes to fighting well too, I mean, what's maybe some of your favorite techniques that you like to do in the gym?
Well, I'm doing MMA. I'm definitely a wrestler. I mean, granted, I can strike, but why waste a lot of energy? I mean, personally, I think I waste more energy striking than I did wrestling. I mean, I can't. When wrestling, it's just go, go, go. But striking, it's more like a mental as well as physical art. I mean, that's one wrong move. I mean, somebody parry a jab and you got an overhand coming your way. But I mean, wrestling. I mean, it's like I just got to watch for certain things when it comes to the jiu-jitsu aspect. Granted, that always wasn't the case. I'm always getting caught with something like armbar, triangles, but it's that's just the I guess that's just the nature of the beast. But my favorite things. I mean, I love low kicks. I love the lead low kick. That's like one of my favorites. I love the overhand right. I'm just now getting more and more to using my jab. I love the double leg takedown. I mean, I think I've landed a double leg in all of my MMA fights. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I have.
That's awesome. That's definitely a pretty cool stat about you. I didn't know. And man, you mentioned previously, that you're obviously pretty you in the gym. You obviously do a lot of strength and conditioning. I mean, what's maybe some of your favorite things that you like to do in the gym when it comes to your strength and conditioning?
Um, Definitely bench presses, and if I can move around 300 pounds, I definitely can move around a guy my weight, which I guess that probably shouldn't correlate to that, but at the same time, I mean, just having that, I guess the mental capability. If I can move this around, I can definitely move another grown man around. Um, I'm definitely more and more into the levee sprints. I stay out in Louisiana, so there's like tons and tons of hills out here. I mean, it's always I mean, I guess call me crazy for this, but it's always a relaxing feeling for me when I just get outside and I just go 20 meters up a incline. But that's like my main things. I mean, it's like I never want to be tired in a fight. I've been tired in like two fights, and it's like the worst feeling ever. So I make sure that every fight I come in, I want to be in like the best physical shape possible.
Yeah, no, that's definitely important. I definitely hear you there when it comes to being tired and like sparring and just fights in general. Yeah, it definitely sucks. And when it comes to obviously
Yeah.
you're a beast in the cage and whatnot, but I mean, what do you typically like to do outside of fighting, man?
Like I said, I just had a son in March, so most of my time is really going towards our family at this point. But usually when I'm not with them, I'm playing video games. I just got more advocate into reading, meditation. Um, so I think a lot of fighters they'll really benefit from meditating. I mean, just having like a peace of frame of mind is I think it's something you just need, like when you're not just going violence in the gym. It's like they think about like trying to hurt somebody 24/7. Just having that peace of mind, just like to get through the day, it is really beneficial.
Yeah, no, it definitely seems beneficial. And when it comes to meditation, I mean, did somebody tell you about that? I mean, why did you kind of start doing that?
Um, I mean, I like to be always on edge. I mean, especially for fights. I mean, if I'm getting, like, especially the week of the fights, it's like so stressful. You're thinking about making weight. I mean, the fight itself, strategy, what can happen in the fight. But Um, a good friend of mine from the West Bank Social Club. He kind of got me onto the meditation, and it's been a big help since then. I mean, now instead of not just for like fight purposes, just like this is my everyday life. I mean, I don't just t- just take the day as just like a stressful day or what can happen today or just don't look at it as a bad day. It's like what can happen. Well, a stressful day anymore. Now, I just like I just like have a peace of mind and just relaxed. I mean, so it's something I think not just fighters, anybody, athletes, everyday people can really benefit from. I mean, as far as clear as it sounds, but it's something I think a lot of people should really implement their schedules.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's really important. I definitely think that's pretty interesting that you mentioned that you do meditation. And another thing you mentioned you like to do outside the cage is some video games, man. I mean, what do you like to play on? You like to play on console or PC?
I like to play on console, but I do plan on getting a PC probably in the next upcoming months. I mean, there's like lots of video games from my childhood I would love to play that I can't play right now, but so definitely a PC will be coming into the mix real soon.
There you go. No, that's definitely pretty cool, man. And when it comes to video games, I mean, what's maybe some of your favorite games you like to play?
Um, I love Red Dead Redemption. I play both of them. It's always something new you can find in that video game. I mean, whether it's the first one or second one, which is crazy. The second one should be the first one, and the first one should be the second one. But but that's neither here or there. But uh, I'm into sports games too. Madden, NCAA. I play a little bit. I dabble in 2K from time to time. But, I mean, I suck at 2K. I mean, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, I mean, some other older video games that nobody doesn't really talk about, or I think really played, Left 4 Dead. Just those zombie like video games. You know, but I mean, really, if it's interesting, I'll play it. I mean, honestly, I'll give it a chance. I mean, I'm not a picky player.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I hear you. And when it comes to 2K, man, I mean, would you ever have like a my career or anything? And if so, what position would you maybe make your my career player?
So I played basketball when I was young. I mean, I was like the smallest guy on the team, and one guy I used to look up to. I mean, it was way before my time. Was Muggsy Bogues. So I mean, I always wanted to play point guard. I'm like, but now I see the NBA nowadays. That's like, I don't think that's like a realistic thing because these guys are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, I guess a 5'3" point guard nowadays is like not the ideal specimen, but I mean, definitely. Well, if I play my career, I'm definitely playing point guard for the Charlotte Hornets.
Nice. No, that's definitely awesome, man. It's definitely a good position. I like to be one of the big men when I do it. I like to be like a center or a power forward and try to grab the board. So definitely pretty cool, my man. And when it comes to me, I mean, I'm a Taekwondo instructor. I've been teaching for 6 years and I've been training for 19 years. So I love martial arts, my man. And with all the guys I got at my gym, what advice would you give to them to keep on coming into the gym and to get better and better every day?
Um, the best advice I think I told this to a 14-year-old the other day. Some days you're gonna be the hammer, some days you're gonna be the nail. I mean, you gotta take it on the chin and just keep on coming. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day. I mean, so why waste time crying when you can come back the next day and keep on getting better and better? I mean, there's some stuff. I've been going to the gym for 4 years. I'm doing I've been training in this like almost all my life, and there's some stuff I'm still learning. I mean, you just started, so I mean
That's
that's
right.
that,
No,
bro. I mean,
yeah, no, I definitely think that was a solid message, and I'm definitely glad you said that Rome wasn't built in a day, because that's a quote that I always use in like my everyday life, which is like everything. So I'm definitely glad you mentioned that exact quote. And Corey, man, it's been awesome talking to you. I mean, what's maybe your final message out there for the fans watching this video?
um, thank you for all my supporters. I want to thank my team at Ronin Martial Arts, my sponsors, Buffalo Triangles, the King Firm, Oak Ovens, and Harahan. Uh, the Hitman is far from done. I'm only getting better from here, so stay on the lookout.
That's right, and we're looking forward to your next bout, Corey. Again, thank you so much for taking the time. Means a lot to me, and best of luck with your future.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin.
You are the man. All right, man. We'll be in touch. Thank you again.